I'm about to take you inside the chilling mind of Jeffrey Dahmer, a name synonymous with unspeakable acts and a darkness that continues to fascinate and horrify. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear is not for the faint of heart, a name that still haunts true crime history. The echoes of his crimes reverberate through the years, a stark reminder of the capacity for evil that can reside within a single human being. We delve into the archives, the case files, and the collective memory to understand the man behind the monster. Born in Milwaukee, 1960, Jeffrey Dahmer's origins seemed ordinary enough. Dahmer's early life was marked by loneliness and a growing fascination with death. A childhood shrouded in isolation, a disconnect from peers, and an unsettling curiosity that would eventually consume him. These formative years would lay the groundwork for the horrors to come. By his late teens, that fascination spiraled into something far darker. The seeds of obsession had taken root, twisting and contorting into a macabre desire that would soon demand satisfaction. He began a descent into depravity, a journey from which there would be no return. Between 1978 and 1991, a reign of terror unfolded. Dahmer murdered 17 young men, each life extinguished, a testament to his insatiable hunger and a devastating loss for their families and communities. But his crimes weren't just about taking lives, they were a descent into the abyss of human depravity. He lured victims to his apartment, a place that would become a chamber of horrors, then committed acts so gruesome even seasoned detectives were left speechless. Men and women who had dedicated their lives to confronting the darkest aspects of humanity were shaken to their core by the sheer brutality they encountered. Dahmer didn't only kill, he desecrated, he dismembered, reducing human beings to mere objects. He preserved body parts, clinging to the remnants of his victims in a grotesque attempt to control them even in death. And yes, he cannibalized. A final, horrifying act of possession, blurring the lines between life and death, sanity and madness. The details are almost too much to process. The sheer scale of the depravity, the meticulous planning, and the utter disregard for human life are difficult to comprehend. But how did he get away with it for so long? How could such a monster operate undetected, leaving a trail of bodies in his wake? The answer lies in a combination of factors, a confluence of circumstances that allowed him to evade justice for far too long. Dahmer was disturbingly good at blending in. He mastered the art of deception, presenting a facade of normalcy that masked the darkness within. Neighbors described him as quiet, unassuming, and unremarkable. A little odd, maybe, but nothing alarming. He was the kind of person you might pass on the street without a second glance, completely unaware of the horrors he concealed. Police even returned one of his victims, a 14-year-old boy, to Dahmer's custody. After Dahmer convinced them it was just a lover's quarrel, a tragic misjudgment, a failure of the system that allowed a monster to continue his reign of terror. The boy was dead within hours. A life needlessly lost, a consequence of indifference and a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance. As the body count rose, so did the horror, both within the community and within Dahmer's apartment. Dahmer kept trophies, macabre souvenirs of his unspeakable acts. Skulls, photographs, tangible reminders of the lives he had stolen, even a shrine made from bones. A testament to his twisted obsession with death and a chilling glimpse into the depths of his depraved mind. Eventually, in July 1991, his luck ran out. The walls were closing in, and his carefully constructed facade began to crumble. One intended victim escaped, flagged down police, desperate to escape the clutches of the monster, and led them straight into Dahmer's nightmare apartment. The door swung open, revealing a scene so horrific that it would forever be etched in the memories of those who witnessed it. What police found was straight out of a horror film, a tableau of unimaginable depravity. Human heads in the fridge, a grotesque display of Dahmer's utter disregard for human life. Hearts in the freezer, preserved as if they were mere specimens in a laboratory. And Polaroids documenting the brutality, a chilling record of his heinous acts. Dahmer confessed everything, almost with relief, as if a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. He claimed he never wanted his victims to leave, driven by a desperate need for control and companionship. So he tried to make them part of him. A twisted logic, a desperate attempt to fill the void within his own soul, no matter the cost. Dahmer's trial was a media frenzy, a spectacle that captivated the world. He was sentenced to 16 life terms, but prison wasn't the end of his story. In 1994, another inmate killed him, bringing a violent end to a violent life. To this day, people debate the nature of his evil. Was Dahmer pure evil, a monster born without a conscience, or the tragic result of an untreated mental illness? Was he a product of his environment, a victim of circumstance, or simply a vessel for unimaginable darkness? His story forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the very nature of humanity, about evil, justice, and how monsters sometimes hide in plain sight. How can we protect ourselves from those who would prey on the innocent? How can we identify the warning signs before it's too late? If you found this story chilling, let me know what you think in the comments. Share your thoughts, your reactions, and your own perspectives on this disturbing case. And remember, always trust your instincts. They are your first line of defense against the darkness. Sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones you never see coming. Stay vigilant, stay aware, and never underestimate the power of your own intuition.